Hey guys, so I just wanted to update you on what we did today. This is my friend Tyler Sachs. He went with me to a teleconference event in DC at the Ronald Reagan Building. We met with a group of undergraduate and graduate students, and we talked with four people who are heavily involved in technology. And they all live out in California. And actually, the setup for the event was I don't know if you've seen the advertisements with Ellen Page from Juno. She walks into the office with the doctor who's in Copenhagen. We had that set up with the boardroom, and it was really cool because it literally looked like we were looking at these people in real life, and they were all the way across the country. But yeah, it was a really cool event. There were some really cool people there. I don't know, Tyler. What?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that stuck out to me was just the technology was amazing. Just being able to sit there in a room talking to people across the country as if they're right there. But in terms of the event itself, I mean, it was certainly helpful for someone like yourself who's a young entrepreneur, being able to talk to people who are in the field and experienced with technology and starting their own businesses.
Yeah.
So really, definitely a useful event. I would say.
I actually talked with them a little bit. I posed the question of what a young entrepreneur like myself, 19 years old, barely starting college, who's trying to start a legitimate business, how can I get into the culture of entrepreneurship in Silicon Valley? And they came back with a really cool answer, and that was that the culture is very open to students and to young people like myself, and anybody that has a good idea. They said that the startup money, the cost has gone down so much, and the opportunity for entrepreneurs and self-employed and people who are innovating and coming up with new ideas is so great right now, especially with the economy rebounding, so that was really cool to hear from people who are well
right, for people
established.
who've been doing
Exactly.
it, who make a living from it.
Sure.
And,
Yeah.
who's spend their whole days around it. For them to come in and tell us that being young isn't a barrier was a pretty promising thing to hear.
Yeah.
I would say.
Exactly. It's very
And
cool.
what else did they talk about? They talked about well, I guess the patent thing was kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I asked another question about the difference between whether or not you can patent something, and at what point does an invention, is it just an innovation? Is it just a recapitulation of an old idea made a little bit more fresh? And the advice they gave me in that term was, don't bother with patenting. Don't bother with trying to go through that legal process. It's too expensive, and by the time you get through with it, your idea is already too late, or somebody might have beat you to it.
And I was pretty amazed by that because it is something I haven't had a lot of exposure to. But to hear from them that was such a complicated process and that so much goes into it from the legal side and from a money standpoint, it goes to show you that inventors have a long road ahead of them.
Yeah, it's true. Anyways, thank you, Tyler, for stopping by. Keep watching, and I'll continue to update you as I move along and try to start a business. See you soon.